So following up with like the reading from earlier, all of this needed to happen for growth and expansion. And Lord, did I see a cat shadow? Like I was in the middle of my reading, and I'm like, yo. It's been a while since I've seen shadows, so that was something. So cats can be very significant. Cat shadows. Let's just see what else Spirit has to say about this. Like honestly. Okay, Spirit guys, for you guys has good. What else do they need to know? Yeah, there's a lot having to do in regards to like growing within your home environments, your roots. There could have been still like some shadows, some lingering things in your mind or your psyche that came from your family, your upbringing, the way that you grew up, things that you weren't even aware of that were still hovering over you. Some people, some of you guys had like this parental figure in the back of your mind. And you were thinking that it's been you the whole time, thinking that you were judging yourself or expecting these high expectations. But in all reality, it was because of a parent that made you feel a certain way, made you think a certain way, made you believe that this is how this is supposed to be ran. And so Spirit made you like get into this situation or into this connection to realize what parts you still need to let go of. Yes, you've done the work. Yes, you've done the transformations, but now it's put it into the test. Change those roots. Change those upbringings so that way you can create your own upbringing for, the family that you want to build or the foundation that you want to build for yourself. And for many of you guys are wanting to build this foundation that is very warm, very welcoming, very safe, very nurturing. Like, it's like mama bear. You want to protect your people. You want your people to feel safe. You want your people to be like relaxed and not tensed up. And that is what you're realizing to create. How do you want to create that for yourself? And how are you growing as an individual? What else, dear guys? Yeah, and I'm also seeing that this also impacted like your friendships, your ways of viewing like connections. And it's also another part of releasing and letting go. Like you had to cut off a lot of people, let go of a lot of people that were no longer in alignment with you, or were in alignment with an old version of yourself that was not working out for you, that was actually hindering you, holding you back, putting you into old dynamics, power struggles, mistrust, or even misfortunes. Like there were some people that you weren't even aware that maybe like on some other extent like they were siphoning your energy because you're just like this positive energy to be around with. For other of you guys, like you just had to realize we just have karmic past and our lessons have already been fulfilled and completed, that we don't need to keep on keeping in communication. It is time to release you and let you go. Or for some of you guys, like these friendships and dynamics were out of scarcity because you were desperate, you were in survival, you didn't feel safe. So you were seeking community, and you were seeking community in the wrong places with the wrong people. So it's like taking into consideration like you were being taught all these lessons, how to be practical, how to actually implement the foundation that you actually want. How do you want to voice yourself out in the way that you want? And how do you want like your home life reflect your outside world with like the people outside of you? Do you want to still be the same person, or do you want to like be one version here and then another version over there? Like, do you want to finally express yourself authentically in both ways so that way you don't have to live a double life? What else for you guys? I'm hearing epiphany. Epiphany time. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and I'm hearing like The Climb by Miley Cyrus. And like this was just a challenge. This was a moment for you. You needed to climb this challenge, so that way you can see on top of the mountain that it's been you the whole time. That you needed to be up and rising, up and above. To not feel like you were less of an individual, that you actually were worthy of greatness. That it wasn't, your upbringing or any of that stuff. Like, it just so happened to be that way. But you have finally grown that stamina, that willpower, the inner being within you to feel like, you know what, I am strong. I'm not giving up on myself. I'm not going to allow my outside circumstances get to me. And I'm not going to let, these people play in my face. Like, fuck that. I'm not going to let these people play in my face and, make me feel or think like, I owe you something or I got to do something for you. Like, no, I don't. I was doing this out of the kindness of my heart. So, take it as what it is. Like, I was being genuine and pure with my own soul and heart and time. And if you wanted to like take advantage of that, that is on you. That is your karma. But I know for so many of you guys, like you guys showed up so authentically to so many people. Like you guys literally had your heart on your sleeve because you were that caring, that nurturing. And yes, I'm not going to say that you were a perfect individual to some of these people. I will say that. You had your moments. But don't be beating yourself up. Your intentions were pure. And this was another part of yourself that needed to be shut off, to let go of. Like, to let go of these friendships, these relationships. For some of you guys, like, you had to let go of, like, family members that were no longer serving you, that were just taking advantage of you, stepping all over you, or not even respecting your boundaries. And, you know, you said, fuck that. I'm not dealing with this. Like, this is no longer for me. You know, it is finally time that I listen to my own gut feeling and, like, nurture myself, protect myself, be my own mama bear. Because these people were not they were not there to like protect me. They were not there for the betterment of myself as an individual. Like for some of these people, like they were looking at it like in a manipulative way or how they can benefit from you. Or, you know, how they can just associate with you. And it's like very fucked up. And you know, I'm seeing both Capricorn and Cancer energy. Like for some of you guys might be Cancer risings. For some of you guys, maybe Capricorn risings. Either being in your big three. But it's like a whole balancing act. Nurturing and protecting. And, you know, taking, like, nurturing and, you know, working as well. It's like mama bear and father figure, like, you know, learning that balancing act. When is it the right time? And like also being like gentle with yourself and strict with yourself in certain aspects. Like how are you gonna be taking care of yourself moving forward? Especially in these relationships. And so Spirit is like, you know what? You're being dealt with these cards so you can face life with bravery and confidence that you already know what's best for yourself, that you already know what your boundaries are and how you're gonna be moving forward, moving on. Now that you let go of these connections and relationships that were no longer serving your greatest highest good. So let's say, and I'm gonna get back on like the relationship or whatever. Yep. Because Spirit's like saying like be loyal to yourself first. Be loyal to yourself first. Take care of yourself first. Allow yourself to express yourself first. Be so ingrained in like, you know, your outer expression for yourself. Not for anybody else. Like 744, I'm saying this, like, be so focused on allowing yourself to shine and not dim yourself, even if it's family or even if it's like the outsides. Like, you know, it is already time that you embrace who you are. Don't feel ashamed of who you are. There is so many gifts, so many talents that you have. And, you know, just because somebody rejects it does not mean that you're evil. It just means you're just in the wrong room. You're just in the wrong room, and you know, it's on them. Because you're finally realizing who you are at your core. You are this beam of sunlight that is needing to express yourself and then just embody the truth and allow yourself to shine and be vibrant. Like some of you guys have just been dimming yourself so much for so long, thinking the world is actually dark, but it's like, honey, you made it dark because you allowed yourself to dim yourself. Nobody told you to do that. Like, who gives a fuck if somebody thinks that you're being obnoxious or stuck up? Like, fuck it. That's not on you. That's on them. That's how they want to take it personal because their ego can't handle your ego. Oh, well. Be upstuck. Be confident in yourself. But don't fucking let anybody walk all over you. Fuck that. Like, you were literally like this fucking beautiful, nurturing creature. And you may have this hard exterior. You might come off stoic or careless or like, you know, things don't face you, but you truly are a gem on the inside. Like there is true beauty within you, and it takes a very special person or individual or people to like open you up gently so that way they can admire the pearl that's inside of you. Because this pearl did not take like that instantly to like, you know, be this beautiful. It takes a gentle amount of like, you know, pressure to open it up, but like not just open and kill it, right? And this is what I'm talking about. Like whenever you're opening up this, like you are just this gem. You're just very, very special and unique. And You know, you're either a Libra, a Taurus. You're very Venusian, very beautiful. You love